All right, let's see what this Planned Parenthood story they got here is talking about.
A Planned Parenthood facility in St. Louis will be allowed to continue providing abortions despite not having a license.
Wow. So, despite not having a license, they still want this Planned Parenthood to make sure it can continue to operate. Wonder why.
CBSNews.com reporter Kate Smith has been following this story and joins us now to give us a little bit more of insight on what the next steps are. Kate, what's the latest on this?
So just now, the state commissioner filed this brief saying that they will give the clinic a motion to stay. Now, what that means is that they'll effectively be allowed to continue providing abortions despite the fact that the state has not renewed the clinic's license. Now, this is critical because Planned Parenthood has been protected under a preliminary injunction. And
Wow. So, they have special laws to ensure that Planned Parenthood can always continue operations under any circumstances.
that was set to sunset and expire today at 5 p.m. So now, with this in place, we know that abortion care will not be interrupted in the state of Missouri because, as we know, this is the state's last abortion clinic.
So, what is the next?
Wow. They want to ensure that abortions cannot stop. They want to make sure that they continue. And even if that means continue operation even after the license has expired, simply because that's their last Planned Parenthood. Why are you so worried about aborting babies? I don't understand that.
Step. What happens from here? What does that mean?
Right. So from here, we're going to go into like an administrative hearing proceeding. And what that means, it's essentially kind of like a court, except it's only on whether or not the license was fairly not renewed. And so all of what we're reading in here is really just about, was it fair of the state to not renew the license? What's critical here to remember is that this will have nothing to do with abortion access. It has nothing to do with Roe v. Wade or Planned Parenthood v. Casey. This is simply whether or not the state was appropriate in its action to not renew the license. Now, in reading this, it seems as if this commissioner believes that Planned Parenthood will ultimately prevail in finding that the state was not fair in not renewing the license. So when you look in here, part of why they issued the motion to stay was that because they feel that they may be able to prevail in this case. That is what the commissioner says in this statement. He also disagrees with the state's entire reasoning for why they didn't give the license to begin with. These physician interviews, he doesn't agree.
You can see they don't allow too much to take down this Planned Parenthood. It doesn't matter if the state, the governor, or whatever is not in favor of the Planned Parenthood. They they pretty much want these abortion centers everywhere, and that's almost something they're not going to allow to not take place. So, really, it's going to come down to the individual in this one.
That he's already nixed that out. But he's also very careful to say in this that this is all administrative. This has nothing to do with abortion access in America. It has nothing to do with any sort of political movement, despite this being such a charged issue. Mm-hmm. And this is going to be ruled completely on an administrative basis.
And when would we expect to see that next step of a ruling?
So we're expecting that on August 1st. So from now, what happens is we'll go into a period of discovery where the state and then state lawyers and then Planned Parenthood attorneys will request documents from each other to figure out a little bit more about the process by which that license was not renewed. Right now,
it's no reason to be doing all this, first of all. They knew they wanted it and they were going to get it one way or another. Most of the time, if a business doesn't renew its license, it's not allowed to operate. So why is this so much different? Why do they feel so strongly about ensuring that Planned Parenthood can operate?
There's a hearing set for August 1st to go over all that, where each side will present their case. However, I was speaking to a few people that are close to this case on background, and they're telling me that they'll probably be looking to set that back a little bit because that's a very short time frame
for a discovery to pull all of your records together.
Exactly. So they're anticipating that this actually might stretch into later August. But again, because of this motion to stay that we just saw today, Planned Parenthood is safe for now. So there isn't necessarily
Planned Parenthood is safe for now. So you can see some of these states are starting to want Planned Parenthood out of their state, but federally, they're making a big push toward continuing this baby harvesting operation. All right, so I just wanted you guys to check that out. Let's finish it out real quick.
Rush to go ahead and do that.
All right, Kate Smith, thank you so much for your insight following this closely.
Thank you.
So there you go. All about those evil operations. Anyway, y'all take it easy. I'll catch you next time.